Yuki Tsunoda's future at Red Bull Racing is far from secure. Now, of course, Red Bull are losing the backing of Honda. For 2026, they are going to be moving towards Ford backing for their power units. Of course, Tsunoda is intrinsically linked to Honda, and there's been a lot of rumours that his poor form recently could see him, of course, ousted from that seat because they no longer have the Honda connection to kind of back him up at that point. Now, who, of course, is going to get Honda engines in 2026? Aston Martin. But there are rumours that Tsunoda could head to a different team. He could head to Cadillac or Haas instead. Let me explain why, guys. I got a full article here on the F1Chronicle.com as always. Honda would not stop Yuki Tsunoda from racing for non-Honda affiliated Formula 1 teams next year, especially without Honda's backing and sponsorship at Red Bull in 2026 and beyond. It seems increasingly likely that the struggling Japanese driver will be retained by the energy drink brand next year. Honda is switching its work support to Aston Martin, whose cockpits for 2026 are already filled by Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. Although, like I've said many times, if Lawrence Stroll wanted to get rid of Lance Stroll, I reckon he could. So that is not actually that secure in my opinion. But officially, Stroll is contracted with a team for next year and beyond, in the team's own words. Tsunoda has been linked with a reserve driver role at Aston Martin. If he became a reserve driver at Aston Martin and Lance Stroll was in the cockpit ahead of him, that would be a travesty. My goodness me, imagine. But Honda Racing Corporation President Koji Watanabe thinks there is a chance that he will stay at Red Bull. There are no discussions about a change, he told specialist Japanese source asweb.jp. Like Liam Lawson and Sergio Perez, Tsunoda has notably struggled to get anywhere close to the pace and results of Max Verstappen this season. Looking at the results from the outside, my honest impression is that they are struggling more than we expected, Watanabe admitted. However, after keeping in contact with Yuki and listening to him, it seems that he is taking a more positive view than we thought. If the car's fighting power can be improved, they can seize the opportunity. I believe they can still do well. To that end, we at HRC will continue to provide them with our full support going forwards and always. Honda's support of Red Bull, though, will completely end after this season. And something that Red Bull could preempt this by replacing Tsunoda with Isaac Hadjar during the forthcoming August break. Don't do it, Red Bull. Don't ruin another young kid's career, please. First of all, there has been no discussions about changing during the summer break, Watanabe insisted. Remember what we heard from Sergio Perez, though, last year? They said the same thing. This apparently just came completely out of nowhere. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there wasn't exactly much warning about it either. What we are hearing is that just because his performance is a little poor, they will not start discussions about changing right away, but will take a long-term view. I know there are various rumours, but I confirmed with the team that basically Yuki will race for Red Bull until the end of this season. And if he can achieve results somewhere in the second half of the season, I think that will expand his possibilities for the future. If Red Bull does drop 25-year-old Tsunoda and is not moved on to Honda-powered Aston Martin, he is already being linked with a potential move to Cadillac. When asked if the idea of Tsunoda driving for Ferrari-powered Cadillac is a concern for Honda, Watanabe insisted, no, it's not. Another rumour links Tsunoda with Haas, who are developing an increasing relationship with Honda's arch-Japanese competitor, Toyota. When asked if that might be a problem for Honda, Watanabe insisted, there's no problem, it's not Team Toyota. Yet, I do think it's a possibility that Toyota could take over Haas eventually. Not anytime soon. When the next engines come in, 2030, whenever they're going to come in, I think that could be an increased possibility. I could definitely see that happening. But what do you think, guys? Do you think Tsunoda will be racing for Red Bull Racing next year? I think it depends on this season. I really do. I don't think he's going to be moved on mid-season. I think they're going to keep with him. The problem is not the driver. It's not the driver. We've had quality drivers come through that Red Bull meat grinder and get chewed up and spat out. And a lot of them have gone on success elsewhere. If Sergio Perez does come back for Cadillac, I guarantee you he will do well. Guarantee it. He will. He is one, and I've said this many times, he is one of, if not the best driver in the world at driving a midfield or underpowered car. He pulled off miracles on a regular basis for Haas and Force India. Just didn't work out Red Bull. That car is just too damn hard to drive for anybody whose name is not Max Verstappen or Franz Hermann. But yeah, I really do think it completely hinges on how he does in the remainder of the season. If he doesn't perform, Tsunoda, down to Racing Bulls for you. Hadjar in the car for 26. If he performs better, gets points on a semi-regular basis, I think they'll keep him, but maybe even then that won't be enough. Your thoughts in the comments below are appreciated as always, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more like this on the world of Formula 1 and a whole lot more. And yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a great day and have a great weekend.